Alright guys, I'm coming on here today to talk to you about Basis. Basis makes this really great, awesome home security camera. Basis knows that we spend almost all our time here at the cabin nowadays, but we still have the other home downstate. So they sent us a couple home security cameras so we can feel safe and secure knowing that our place down there is being monitored 24/7. The Basis security cameras were super easy to set up. We set them up in about 5 minutes, then connected with the Wi-Fi, downloaded the app, and bam, they were ready to go. I was getting real-time notifications as soon as I set them up. With Basis, you have total control of your privacy. This is a big thing that they are very proud of. They have TUV certified military grade technology that is ensuring that for you. The Basis also has a 210-day battery life. The Basis has superior clear imaging with 2K quality and 8x zoom. So you can zoom in on somebody's license plate up to 8 meters away and get a nice clear image of it. The Basis also has a 145-degree point of view covering a wide range of areas, so you don't have any blind spots. Your home is well covered and well protected from anybody and anything. The Basis has clear imaging at night. It has a 100 lumen spotlight and color vision, so you can see clear color images at night. Basis is a smart security camera. It can connect with your Amazon, Alexa, or your Google Home. With Basis, you can also stay informed with the NeuroNext technology. So you get rapid real-time notifications of anything going on at your home when you're not around. Or if somebody's passing by, walking on the sidewalk, lingering in your driveway, or approaching your house, you can get real-time notifications. With Basis, I can set up 2 activity zones that I wanted to watch and set up 2 areas that I don't want it to watch. Maybe it's too close to the road and I don't want to pick up all the road traffic, so I can eliminate that little area so that way I'm not getting notifications that aren't necessary. The Basis was super easy to install, always a win in my book. There's no hidden fees. We don't have the monthly fee. You simply just connect these cameras to your Wi-Fi. It's got 16 gigabyte built-in eMMC storage. You can save videos for up to 3 months. And again, we don't have to worry about any data leaks here, which is again very important. There's also a 16 terabyte expandable storage, and you can hold videos up to 60 years. That's right, 60 years. Anything you can do to improve security and it's not costing extra money per month is a win in my book. If you would like to check out Basis, be sure to click on the link below. They have a special discount code just for our viewers, so be sure to click on it. And thank you, Basis, and let's get back to the build.
Guys, exciting stuff. Jen went inside to get some measurements real quick, but look. We cleaned everything up. Yay! Got the trailer put away, down by camp. Got all our miscellaneous lumber laying around, so it's looking nice. So Jay's a happy boy. But yeah, I'm gonna get some tools out now, and we're gonna clutter it up a little bit. But we can at least get around here now, because there's not trailers and piles of lumber and miscellaneous stuff laying in the way. So I'm gonna get the mule. Part of the game. Gotta have tools. I'll need that one. I have one full one. Street. Cut these like with the notch them and put a little angle on it.
It's like what we did on the front gable end, right? Because you had to do that like
in the bedroom side walls. There's our angle. I just traced it off the rafter. And we come in 1.5 inches because that's the size of a 2x4. So, and then we'll side nail it and do the same thing with that side. Left.
Hopefully you built the building well enough that it don't happen.
This is holding up the whole roof. I'm taking it off right now.
You just put up the other supports.
Is that how that works?
From what you taught me, yes.
Wrong! Alright, are you happy? There's your little space for your window.
I got a really pretty stained glass window, guys. If you watched when we did our pantry build, I had one and we went with a different one, so
now we're putting it in the mini cabin. So here's the spot for it.
Jason told me when we built something I could put it in here.
So we're gonna put a little stained glass window right here. I gotta put a board across here. So I gotta measure this.
And when the sun comes in at night, it's gonna look super pretty.
Happy lady, right?
Yeah, it'll look really pretty. It'll give a unique look to the cabin.
Got it? Okay, do the same thing on this side. 15 1/4 you did, right? Probably easier if you were down one more step, so you're not so damn head in the ceiling, but that's your call. Alright guys, got some collar ties on and one side framed in. I don't know if we're gonna go eat or we're gonna work for another half hour. Want to get that side done, or are you hungry or what?
It's your call.
I'm fine. We gotta do the roof too, but not tonight. You don't have to do that tonight. So, you wanna work for what? It's 5?
Yeah, I think it's 5.
Work for another half hour if you're okay with that. Hey, good morning, guys. And gals. Got a few loose ends to do on the cabin today. We'll see how it goes. I gotta put the rest of the screws in the roof and the metal roofing that we didn't finish the other day. It rained for a few days and now it's time to get that done. We got some flashing above the windows to do. We got the gable ends. Yesterday we worked on the gable ends for a little bit. Now that that's braced up and supported, we can put the OSB sheathing on the front and back. Put some house wrap over it. Do the flashing above the windows like I said, and the door. And then we need to get a door on here, but I don't think we're gonna get to a door today, but I think I'd rather get the gutters put on, to be honest with you, so we can keep collecting more water. We have plenty of water. It's been raining once a week, so we have plenty of water. But getting the gutter set up on that side would be kind of cool. And then I can just go right into these tanks. Pretty awesome, guys. I'm pretty happy with the progress on this. Just more of a fiddle farting today. We're getting really close to getting this dried in. We've kind of slowed down now that the metal roofing is on and decided, you know, let's just work and fiddle fart around on some other things and make things clean up around here a little bit. And we just kind of figured summer's half over, so we wanted to just chill out a little bit. So anyway, not that we really chilled out, we just haven't been rushing. So anyway, let's get a string line up so I can put these last couple rows of screws in. No way I'm gonna make this all the way across, and it's not gonna stay straight anyway, so kind of pointless. But let's try it. Alright guys, so Jen's been baking bread for months. And every time I show her making bread, you guys mention that I need to change the orifices. So I changed the orifices on here. I think what the problem is that there is an air adjusting little fitting that needs to be spun to choke the air down. I think there's too much air getting into it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the problem because I know I changed the orifices out. So unless, I don't know. Let me double check the directions and all that stuff. I have to double check everything I did because I did this like 6 months to a year ago. So, and I did it downstate where I bought this and I thought it was good. But anyway, I think this right here, spins and it closes this opening a little bit so there's less air that gets sucked in, and then my flame won't be so hot or so orange. I think it's orange because it's getting too much air. So let me fiddle with this. Alright guys, so after farther investigation, or after looking into it more, I didn't have to replace the orifice. There's a little pin in the gas valve that has to be flipped. I did that. And that's why I thought I had converted the oven as well to liquid propane. I did switch the orifices for the top, but I believe the one in the oven doesn't need to be switched. It just needs to be snugged down and tightened, which pinches the hole in the original orifice. And the air shutter is in the right position, all the way open. So let's put all the screws back together in the air shutter that I thought I had to close. Now I'm good. I should be good. You guys have been giving me a hard time in the comments that I didn't have this right, and I thought I did, but hopefully it starts up.
So I can make some yummy bread tonight.
Is that piece of metal good? The one that I gave you, the bottom tray?
It's right there.
And we could kick it on and look at it, but probably better to... Alright, so let's turn this on real quick. As long as it turns on when the oven's... Unless it needs to be closed. Propane's on. You go see if it's drawn. Oh, you know what? The coil's gonna have to come on for a little bit. Yep, coil's getting hot. Gas should come on. Oh, I just heard the gas kick on. There we go. You guys see that? Now that's what the flame's supposed to look like. It said with natural gas, all blue, with liquid propane, you would have just little orange tips. Look at that. We didn't die or blow up the last couple months of using the oven. That's sweet. Maybe that'll switch. Maybe that'll save propane now. Maybe we were using way too much propane.
It's made good bread, so that's...
Yeah, so hopefully you don't have to relearn how to make bread. Look at that, guys. That's what your flame's supposed to look like.
Aren't you happy?
Thanks, guys, for calling me out on that. I honestly thought I was done because, like I said, I switched the little pin in the in the gas valve that's on the back of the oven, and I changed all the orifices on the stove, so I didn't know that the oven needed to have the orifice tightened. I was like, there's only 4 orifices on the back, so I thought, you know, the orifice for the oven would somehow adjust. And I did something else to the back. I don't remember what. So I thought that's what I needed to do. But anyway, all right, well, I'll put this back together. Jen's going to make some bread.
Yeah.
Gotta clean this up a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe this will be the last time you have to do bread in here.
Probably, maybe.
Maybe we'll get the floor and the walls done in the mini cabin, and we can move this in there.
We want to work on your thing too.
Well, we can take this in there if we're not going to finish the inside of it. Like, you know.
You have to get a propane tank over there too.
Yeah. This is why we needed the mini cabin, because this barn is not equipped for...
It's all dirt. We need to figure out an alternative.
Yeah, we need to get
floor.
a better floor for the cabin, or for the pole barn, so we can have clean stuff in here too. Everything in here gets dirty.
Yes.
Voila!
Thank you.
See? I followed directions last time. I just didn't follow all of the directions. I tried really hard too, guys, because I don't want to mess around with this stuff. So, like I said, I filled this all out. I have all the orifices for the... I have all the orifices for the natural gas. This is a nice little stove. I didn't want to screw it up. Anyway. Put this on the back where it belongs. Be good to go. All right, everybody. Today's the day. We're going to try our best to get this cabin dried in. The other day, I don't think we filmed it much because I told Jenny that nobody cares. So it's my fault if we didn't get a ton of footage of it.
So he's got this on documented now, so that way.
Occasionally, I realize that nobody cares about me putting tape around a window. So I say that, and anyway. So we got all the tape and flashing around the windows. The only thing that's exposed now with the cabin is the gable ends. We got those all framed in the other day, so now we just got to slap some OSB on and get our door installed. So let's try to get that done today. Actually, you know what? Let's go grab the barn door. Let's go grab the door, and we'll show you. We got a couple good deals. Let's show those to you real quick before we start this. We went downstate for a couple days, and we found a couple good deals on 2 things. Let's go show them to you. So when we go downstate, guys, we do a little bit of shopping on Marketplace. We try to find stuff for a good deal to cut our costs a little bit. And Jen found this beautiful door. Let me get it out for you. There we go, guys. There's Jen's door. She found this on Marketplace.
Yeah, it was like $50, I think.
40.
40?
Yeah,
oh,
$40.
That's even better. I liked it because the window, because it's a small cabin, so you gotta have light.
And it'll let in a lot of light. So Jen's gonna fix her up here in the next week or so. Maybe we'll just frame out the door today so we can get an idea. But I don't, you know, when we do find projects like this, it's kind of a cluster because we don't know what we're doing, so we're trying to figure it out. But Jen found this awesome door for $40. Look what I found, guys. What's that? Does that look familiar?
Guys, you know, we have the stove in the cabin and the oven doesn't work, and we were missing a burner and stuff. Jay found this on Marketplace with the original handles everything. So he's gonna make the one in the cabin fancy for me again.
So if you guys have been here for a while, you know that the old vintage stove that's in our cabin was missing a few pieces. This is pretty much the exact stove. Has the same handles, same front. I think it just got one different like dial here. That's it. The top is all the same. So this was a great option for us. I've been looking for one of these for like 2 years.
Yeah, he looks and looks, and we haven't been able to find one. That's why he bought the other one that I cook the bread in.
Yep.
But I did not want to bring that inside because I really liked the vintage looking one.
Yeah, she likes this old enameled vintage stove. It's a Detroit Jewel. I've seen 1 or 2 of these on Marketplace over the last 2 years, but the people have never replied back to me. This one I jumped on and drove about an hour to go pick it up, but we got all our burners, all our handles. We have spare parts now, so maybe I can actually take this one apart and see how it works so I can fix the stove, or fix the oven. The stove works perfect in ours. The oven I could never get it running, but I never really wanted to rip it apart because I was afraid that I would break it.
So now you can try this one, figure it out, and make it work. And we got another burner we can install.
Yep, check it out. So here's our handles. These all just pop off. These will all go on our stove inside. I'll have some spare handles, I guess, if I need them. But we have all 4 of these we could put on ours. We have extra grates. We have these extra trays. These always get destroyed. So maybe we will strip all these and make these look brand new. And then we'll have a spare set. Like this one isn't in terrible shape. That one's dirty. So maybe these will clean up. But they all get scraped up. Like the enamel chips on them. So someone was giving us a hard time about our dirty stove in one of our videos just recently. And I'm like, this stove's like 80 years old. So it has some wear and tear. Like this one's dirty, but like the enamel chips, you know, it's just a vintage stove. So it doesn't look perfect and pretty like your new $3,000 stove. But we got new burners. These burners right here, I have spare burners now. These ones are actually in better shape, so maybe I'll swap all of them. All these extra parts. And this is the one we were missing. We were missing this front left corner. So hopefully this will pop right in. Pretty excited about it. So pretty awesome. We're pretty excited about it. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about this stove for years.
I like it a lot, and I did not want to get rid of it, so I'm glad I didn't give in and let him put that other one in there and get rid of it.
So hopefully this works out. I don't know what I'm going to do with it once we get the parts off of it. I'm going to have to stick it somewhere, I guess, that, you know, is safe. But, yeah, now we're rocking and rolling ready for that. So pretty exciting stuff. So anyway, let's get to the cabin. Let's get the gable ends dried in or closed up.
Be exciting. That way, if it's going to rain the next couple of days, so if it's windy, it doesn't get into the cabin too much.
Yeah. Should be a pretty easy job.
I thought we were measuring it first.
Well, I'm smacking it because it's going to be it. It doesn't have any other choice. out okay. See if that works out.